Being consistent with anything can be a chore, especially social media. I know this because I used to be that person that will come on social media and tell myself that I am ready for this thing. Let's get this on. And after 2 months, sometimes it doesn't even get to that. I will run back to my shell and say, oh, this life is not for me. But last year, I was able to come to the internet. I started strong and I'm still here and I'm even loving the journey. So, what happened? What changed? How can you get a hold on your consistency level? One advice that people always give to you when you want to start up a new project, aside from the normal just start, is be consistent. And that's because consistency is really big. That is what separates the dreamers from the doers. That's what actually puts you in an advantage. The Bible literally said it that God will bless the works of your hands, which means that you must have found something to do for God to bless that thing that you're doing. God must necessarily see you in the place of doing for Him to actually bless that thing that you're doing. And for Him to find you in that place of doing, it means that you must have started and you must have continuously put yourself out there. You must have continuously been doing that thing. So consistency is not just anything that someone can just throw out there, because it's actually easy for people to start up a project. Taking it through is a very difficult task. And we've also heard of people quitting at the ninth hour, the 11th hour, just because they got fed up and they were just close. They were close to that place that they have always envisioned being. So then, how do you start up a project and continue to do that project? How do you start up a project and fall in love with that project to the point that you don't see yourself ever quitting? It's one thing to say, oh, I want to start off this thing, I want to start up a business. Sometimes one of the biggest motivation of people is finance. So when they want to start up a project, they're always like, oh, I want to start up this thing, I'm excited to start up. But will you see it through? When the chips are down, when things are looking bleak, when it seems as if you're making videos continuously and nobody is watching those videos, will you be able to stick it through? Question. It is always hard for people to stick it through. So, aside from being motivated, you have to discipline yourself. See, it takes discipline for you to wake up feeling like shit, not wanting to do anything, but actually deciding to do that thing. It takes a lot of discipline for you to know that I'm going to do this video and I'm going to get 2 views, but you will still get up and do that video. It takes a lot of discipline. Motivation is not going to do that for you. Discipline will. So, aside from starting, you have to tell yourself that this thing that I am starting, I am going to see it through no matter the circumstance. I am going to fall in love with this thing. I'm going to train myself to fall in love with this thing to the point that I will have no reason to quit. Before you even try to discipline yourself, before you try to motivate yourself, before any of those things, you have to know your why. Why do you want to do this thing that you want to do? Why do you want to start up a business? Why do you want to start creating content? Why do you want to go into YouTubing? Why do you want to go into creating videos for TikTok? What is your reason? Why is this thing important to you? Is it because of the money it is going to get you? You've seen Mr. A open a perfume business and the person is making so much money, and you have told yourself, you have built a fantasy in your head and said, oh, if I go into this perfume business in less than 2 months, I'm going to be able to build a house for myself, I'm going to be able to buy a big car for myself. Is that your reason? I want to start creating content because this person is creating content now. There are people are sending her PR packages, she's going on trips, is that your reason? Is that the reason why you want to do this thing? Because if that is your reason for wanting to do this thing, please go back to your house and sleep instead. Go back and do something else. Don't start that thing. Because anything that has to do with financial benefits alone, you're going to get tired. You're going to get tired, especially when you start and It's not seeming as if the things are going, the way you envisioned it in your head. Because sometimes, you can actually see somebody doing this thing. You can actually have built an idea in your head. But when you go into that business, you find out that it's not that rosy there. It is not that rosy there. So what are you going to do then? You pack up again. I've seen a lot of persons getting so confused. They'll start perfume business today, and when they start, the thing is not working for them. They will go into makeup business, and then they go into tailoring because they started because of the financial benefit. My reason for starting content creation was that I deserve to show myself that I can do better. I deserve to create a legacy for my children. I have been doing this coming and going time and time again. I needed to break that jinx of coming and going. I needed to show myself that when I put my mind into doing something, I can see it through. I needed to create a legacy that my daughters can come and see. I do not just want to answer the name of mom and wife alone. Those are big titles that I very much am grateful to God for, but I don't want to just be a wife and a mom. I also want to be a career woman. I also want to be somebody that my daughter will see and say, mom, because mommy was doing, I'm going to try to do. I literally started doing things by myself from scratch. I started building from scratch. Nobody gave me a soft landing. Nobody gave me a blueprint to anything. I learned everything that I've learned by myself. I don't want my daughter to have to face that. I don't want my son to have to go through that. I want my name to be able to open doors for my children. My children should go into places and say, I am that delusional babe's daughter. And things are working for her. And things are working for him. That was my reason. I got tired of coming and going. It was not financial. If the financial benefit comes along the way, why not? Why am I here? But that is not the essential thing to me. I started because I wanted to tell myself that, you can do this. It has been very stressful. It has been very stressful, but at at a point, I now know that you have this much strength in you. You have this much motivation in you. That is it. So when you want to start anything, know your why. And your why should be stronger than financial benefits. Because if it's just financial benefits, God knows how to do certain things that it will frustrate you to the point that only you will say, I'm not doing again. But if you have another reason, every other thing will come in its time. And God will find you in the place of doing. So He will bless the works of your hands. Another thing is use momentum. Don't try to be a big person in one day. Don't try to create 10 videos in one day. Don't try to post 10 videos in one day. Don't try to no. It doesn't work like that. When I came on social media, I wanted to say, because I have a target. So therefore, I want to be creating 2 videos every day. Or I want to be sending out 3 videos every day. Even me, I call myself and say, can you do this? Because how possible is it? Can you really do it? I knew I could not do it. I am a wife. I am a mother. I have other things that I'm doing. I am also a business person. So how can I just be putting out 2 videos every day? It was not possible. I needed to put myself on at least a schedule of 1 times daily. You can start with 1 videos daily. If you are even saving self, you don't start by saving 5,000 naira in a day or 5 million. Nah, it's not at the point. Only you will know that I can't do this. If you want to even start saving, maybe you start with 100 naira. Then after 100 naira, when you have built momentum to a point and you now tell yourself that I have passed this 100 naira stage, you can now tell yourself I want to do 200 naira. Yeah, that's how you do it. So if you want to start content creation, you need to sit down and ask yourself, my schedule, my normal schedule as a human being, can it accommodate what I want to do? Do you get? Can it accommodate it? And tell yourself the truth. If what you can do is post content once a day, do once a day. If you can do twice a day, conveniently, do twice a day. If you can do three times daily, conveniently, do three times a day. But don't go and chew what you cannot swallow. Start from where you can actually conveniently do, then graduate from there. Don't try to be John Paul in 2 seconds. It's not possible. Create system that will accommodate this your new goal and objective. For me, as a person, I have a schedule. My schedule is I script every other day. When content ideas come in, I have a pad in my hands. I'm always scripting. When the idea comes to me, I ask ChatGPT, then I script it the way that I can work with, right? I script it every other day. Then after I've finished scripting, I now tell myself that okay, Sunday is more convenient. If you're a 9 to 5 person, of course you go to work Mondays to Friday. So Saturdays and Sundays, what you now have. Do you want to use Saturday to create content, or do you want to use Sundays to create content? Ask yourself that question. So you now have to batch create your content. Batch creating means creating different videos in one day. It can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 7, depends on you. I usually go 4, 5, sometimes 6. I don't know. Just depends on my power. You need to ask yourself, how can I make things easier for me? Create those systems. When you're finished batch creating the content, you batch edit and you batch schedule. YouTube has batch scheduling. You can schedule your content like so that it goes up even though you're not online. It goes up. It just posts. Instagram has it. I think it's only TikTok that does not have. And even for TikTok, there are apps that you can use to just schedule your content. When you've batch created, you batch edit, you batch schedule, and you just go about your life. And it's simple. It's easier. And for you to be able to meet up to whatever goals and aspiration that you have to be, I've said it before, discipline. Discipline now does not just mean in form of okay, I want to do this or not. Discipline also means in the way you scroll on the internet, the way you entertain or avoid distractions in form of social media. Sometimes I see people wake up in the morning and the first thing that they are doing is scrolling through. You're frying your brain before you even start your day. By the time you finally stand up from your bed, the thing you're thinking about is all the things you've been scrolling. What I always try to do is create before consuming. You get? I create before I consume. So I must have known that okay, this content is already ready. This is the time I want to post it before I even start consuming. And another way to make sure that every single day of your life is accounted for is by planning your day. Don't just wake up and start up the day. No, sit down, pray, write. Sometimes even better to write a day before that day, like in the night when you are done with everything, you write out how your day should go. Okay, by 8 o'clock I'm supposed to be doing this. By 9 o'clock, write it out. Plan your day. Don't go by vibe on vibe. Ha! Trust me, you're not going to achieve anything. Have a to-do list. It will help you a lot. That is you creating systems to help you be accountable to your goals and your aspiration. When you have the mindset that I have a to-do list, so I've not even done 20% of that to-do list, it's not something that will tell you. You will just drop your phone and start up doing something. That's how it goes. So have a schedule for every day that comes and goes. Showing up consistently is hard, especially when you think that nobody is watching you. When you just start content creation, when you just start doing anything, the initial time, everybody's like, congratulations, welcome to the field. I am very proud of you. Da 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 da. After 1 week, everybody goes about their own activity because trust me, everybody has their own life to live. Nobody is on the internet because of you. Did you buy their data? No, you did not. So they are not there to motivate you. You are there to motivate yourself. So if you cannot motivate yourself, I'm sorry, that's your problem. Yeah, if you cannot motivate yourself, that is on you. So you have to look beyond the starting point. Whenever you feel that nobody's watching me, tell yourself that you're not doing it for anybody, you're doing it for yourself. You are doing it to build momentum. You are doing it to show yourself that you can do this thing. You are doing it because your why is greater than every other person's opinion, every other person's attitude to your content. You're not doing it for anybody. And who actually told you that nobody's watching? People are watching. Forget that one view that you're having. Forget that two views you're having. People are watching. See, and there are some persons that are on my Instagram stories. When I drop a video on my story, they're the first people to see that story. They're the first people to actually have contact with my stories. But will you ever see their like on my videos? No, it doesn't happen. I'm here to see that. But they're always there. Because you cannot tell me that you are seeing my story, then you did not click on the main video. You did. So why are you not liking? Some persons just want to be anonymous. Some persons are trying to figure you out. They are like, this one has started again. Is she not the one always coming and going? And she will, after 2 months, she will go again. And the way she's always, yeah, prove them wrong. Start up and stay true to your course. Nobody is there for you. You are there for you. So you have to build yourself. You have to be disciplined. If you want to create content on the street, go and create your content on the street. Nobody actually cares. And even if they care, you don't care. You are on a mission. And that's all that matters. You get done is always better than perfect. Maybe you have a particular mindset in your head that, oh, your first video has to be very nice. You anytime you want to come on the internet, you have to be looking all night. Anything that is going to work against you being consistent, anything that is going to work against you actually putting yourself out there, anything that is going to slow you down, push it away. I am only made up because I have the time today. I want to look made up, and I devoted that time to look made up. But on days when I don't have that time, am I going to come in front of you and look exactly how God created me? Best believe that I am going to. So ignore all the noise. The only person you should be listening to is you and your motivation. That's all. Keep showing up. Trust me. Trust me. Believe me. It will pay off. You may not even know how much growth you will experience, but you are going to experience it in time. Your first video is not going to be the same as your 30th video. There will be growth. I was just saying today that I was actually going through my videos for Instagram that I've been creating through last year, right? And I was trying to clear the space on my phone, and I stumbled on my very, 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 very first videos that I did when I just came on the internet. And even I was saying, is that me? Come on now. I was what telling myself that, these videos are cringe. And that's because I now know better. I've been able to experience growth in the process. And I know that I'm going to look at this video that I'm making today and I'll tell myself, come on, was this you? Yeah, I would have grown. That's what doing actually does for you. You will grow without knowing. If you put yourself in the process of doing, there is bound to be growth for every step you take. Enjoy the process. That's what I know is going to keep you going when there's no accolade, when nobody's acknowledging you or anything. That is what is going to keep you going. The next thing that I want to tell you on how to build consistency and momentum is to learn how to repurpose your content. You've batch created content, you have a schedule for Monday to Saturday. Create the content. But from those content you were creating, something happened while you were filming. You were filming and your tripod broke. You were filming, your powder poured. You were doing your makeup and you applied blush today, and it's looking finer, it's looking beautiful. Use that part to create something. That's content. Learn how to repurpose your content for other platforms. Just learn. That way, you find out that you wanted to create content for a week. You will now find out that if you are able to repurpose your content, you will be able to get content for another 1 week. Yeah, and just know that your videos deserve a second chance. Yes, you said this thing before. You have said it before. You talked about consistency before. 3 months from now, still talk about consistency. Why? The people that saw the first video you made on consistency are not going to be the same people that are going to see the next video you're going to make on consistency. What you said about consistency 3 months ago will be different from what you're going to say about consistency in the next 3 months. Because why? You grew, you know better, you have experienced something different, and you want to let your audience know about it. Why do you think that when makeup artists are doing makeup videos, they'll say clean girl makeup today, then tomorrow they'll say clean girl updated, because when I was making the clean girl makeup content 3 weeks ago, I made it with that mindset. Okay, I'm doing this clean girl makeup now, and it's a different process entirely. Maybe I incorporated blush and it came out beautiful, or I found out a trick that made my makeup process faster and easier. I want to teach you about it. I know better now. So teach people everything you know every single day. Learn to give value. Like this content I'm making is educational. It is something that I've tried. It is something that is working for me. And it's something I want you to know so that when you incorporate it in your life, it's going to work for you. Whatever used to be a challenge to you can be of benefit to the next person. Teach it. Teach. Give value. Give it for free. When you create your platform on the grounds of giving out, you grow faster. Learn to give out. The next point is to create your content as if you're talking to 1,000 persons. It doesn't matter if you're just starting to create content today. Create your content as if you're talking to 1,000,000 persons. Exude the confidence that your future self will have when they are creating content. I used to be the person that would come online and be like, "Hi guys, so my name is," and today I'm the person that will come online and I'm seeing somebody doing, "Hi guys, so my name is," and I'm like, "Come on, pass. Come on, we are in big 2025. You're not supposed to be creating content like that. Create content that like you are actually talking to people that have feelings, people that understand, people that can understand you. Create that kind of content. Create content like you're the boss. Do things like you're the boss. I know you just started this business today, but come with a billionaire mindset. For everything that you want to attract in life, it starts first with your mindset. How is your mind working? Do you have a timid mindset? Do you have the fear of money mindset? Do you have the fear of people mindset? What's your mindset about? What are you about? Are you about growth? Are you about improvement? What exactly is your mindset? When you are able to position your mindset in the winning side, in the billionaire side, you find out that things will start working for you in that way. I used to be the person that was scared of money. I used to be the person that was scared of growth. I wanted growth, but I was scared of growth. I did not even know how to do. I went smart. I'm like, oh, I'm broke. I don't have. Oh, I don't. Are you always coming from a lack mindset or you're coming from an abundant mindset? How? It's a mindset thing. Change your mindset and things will start working for you. Trust me. Be delusional about your goals and your aspiration. I started calling myself that delusional babe for a reason. I wanted to be delusional. The only way you can make it in this life is for you to have audacity and for you to be delusional. You don't have the money in your bank account, but you're already thinking big. You're already thinking about how you want to buy a car. You're already thinking about when I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers. You're already thinking that is how you should think. Be delusional. Be freaking delusional. It will help you a lot. You cannot do this thing, you cannot do it, but you are telling yourself, I will do it. In my last video, I talked about how I wanted to create a course. I knew that people were not going to listen to me. That was why I called myself that delusional babe. People will not listen to me. I thought people will not listen to me. But I went ahead and did it. I wanted to be delusional to do it. Be delusional. But while you are being delusional, ah, roll up your sleeve and put in the work. I will always say this: nothing is achieved by wishful thinking. For everything that you want to achieve, God is listening to you, is ready to bless you with it. But while you are thinking about how you want to drive a car, put in the work. And it doesn't need to be a very big work. For every day you move from point A to point B, you are doing something. Little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. It doesn't necessarily have to be big drop. It has to be ting, ting, ting. That ting, ting, ting. One day that bucket must full. It is a certain thing. Whether you are crawling, whether you are walking, whether you are jumping, whether you are running, shall make sure that you are not stagnant. So if it is little drop of water that you can put in your bucket every single day, try to put that little drop of water. Trust me, one day your bucket will get full. It takes one day. It takes one mention. It just takes one event. Something. Let your name be mentioned in one room like that. It takes one. It just takes one. That is why God must find you in the process of doing for him to change your life. For everything that you find yourself doing each day, do it as if you're doing a very big thing. If somebody should give you an opportunity, okay, I'm a makeup artist, and then somebody that is not such a big deal. The person is paying you maybe the money that you know that you is not your kind of money, but you agree to do it, abi. When you have agreed to do it, don't do it half-heartedly. Do it with your mind. You can never know or tell. Somebody is going to meet that person and say, I like your makeup. Who did it for you? That's the reason why, to a very large extent, I try not to do makeup for a cheap amount. Because I know myself. I will tell myself that let me just collect this small money. If the person come, I'm just going to rub her powder. It's a lie. It happens to me every time. I'm always saying I don't want to do makeup, I just want to touch my face. I'll finish doing my makeup. It happened to me today. I want to do a simple makeup. It's not true. Lori Iro. It's not true. It, there's nothing simple about the makeup. I will always go extra. So if I know that the price you are calling is not working, I'm just going to let you go. Because as long as I'm going to pick my brush and touch your face, trust me, I'm going to do a perfect work. That is me for you. So everything you find yourself doing, do it with a very contented and a mindset of giving. Give out. I cannot overemphasize that. Give out. The universe is not sleeping. God has a way of rewarding every of your efforts. Omo, I've been yapping. I know I love to yap, but I hope that you've gotten value from this video. And if you've gotten value from this video, drop a thumbs up in that box. Subscribe to our channel. And if this is the first time you are seeing me, we used to go by Life of Kessie Joe, but now we are that delusional family. I'm that delusional babe. My name is Josephine Kenichi. I am a wife, a mom, a makeup artist based in Asaba, Nigeria. And of course, I'm a content creator and a YouTuber. So, yeah, join the family. Like I said, click on that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodles.